Once again, I'd like to welcome you to the 2011 World Dairy Expo, the largest dairy cattle exhibition and trade show in the world, with over 800 commercial exhibits and more than 65,000 attendees. You will see over 2,500 dairy cattle compete in the show ring for the coveted Grand Champion honors. We would like to take a few minutes to recognize our show ring sponsors: Holstein Association USA, CEMEX, and Transova. Their support helps to pay for everything from the colored shavings to the eye-catching display and cleanup. You can say thanks to the Holstein Association USA at booth 29 and Transova at booth 144, both in the Coliseum, and to CEMEX at booth 2608 in the exhibition hall. Once again, welcome. We hope you enjoy the 2011 World Dairy Expo, around the world of dairy in 5 days.
For those of you who are marking your catalogs in the Brown Swiss show, the placings in the dry cow class were as follows. I'd also at this time like to acknowledge the presenter of our junior awards, the Byers family of Byersland Farm of West Lafayette, Indiana. Entry 623 was second junior in the class and 5th place overall. Entry 625 stood third. Entry 626 was first place and the production award winner in the class, Alpine Hills Star Venus E.T., exhibited by Blessing Farms, Rex Mort, and Bob Osborne of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Entry 1057 stood fourth in the class and was our winning junior entry, Eulenhake Payoff Abbey, exhibited by Jason Gonzalez of Elkhorn, Wisconsin. Second place in the class and best bred and owned went to V.B. Riceland Jolt Julietta, entry 3008, exhibited by Vagley Farm Incorporated of Monticello, Wisconsin. The class now in the International Brown Swiss Show Ring is the Spring Heifer Calf class. First place award is presented in this class by Long Lane Farms, the Nearmans of Brownstown, Indiana. The Bred and Owned Award presented by Ohio Brown Swiss Association, and the Junior Award presented by Armbruster Farms of Muscoda, Wisconsin. If I could direct your attention to the Brown Swiss ring, it's my pleasure to introduce the two gentlemen wearing tuxedos working the center of the ring today. Our official judge today is Chris Lammers. Chris and his wife Elizabeth and their children Elena, Ava, and Audrey live in Marysville, Ohio. He's been the dairy program specialist for Coba Select Sires for the past 12 years. He and his family own Brown Velvet, Brown Swiss, and Laudale Holstein show herds. They bred 5 All-American Brown Swiss, and the Lammers family owned the 2005 Brown Swiss Intermediate Champion at World Dairy Expo. Chris Lammers has judged numerous dairy cattle shows, including the Mid-Atlantic Ayrshire Show, the Eastern National Brown Swiss Show, the Mideast Fall National Holstein Show, and the National Guernsey Show. In preparation for this job, he's judged numerous shows in 2011 already, serving as the official judge for the New York Red and White Spring Show, Pennsylvania Spring Show, and the Hokkaido Spring Show in Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome official judge Chris Lammers. Working beside him the next 2 days will be his associate judge, Jeff Brown. Jeff and his wife, Megan, live in Jackson Center, Ohio. Jeff is a dairy program specialist or dairy progeny specialist at Select Sires Incorporated in Plain City, Ohio. Born and raised on a registered Holstein farm in Wapakoneta, Ohio, his family has a herd that consists of 30 head of Holsteins, Brown Swiss, and Jerseys, and he continues to exhibit cows at both state and national levels. The farm's Conetta Holsteins and Carlin Brown Swiss have attained many notable accomplishments in the show ring over the years, and the farm is bred or owned on All-American nomination in all 3 breeds. Jeff's family has also bred 4 Brown Swiss class winners at World Dairy Expo that went on to become All-Americans. Jeff is currently a member of the Holstein Association USA, the Brown Swiss Association, and American Jersey Cattle Association. He's judged numerous county, district, and state fairs within the United States, as well as a show in Costa Rica. Ladies and gentlemen, our Associate Judge. Our judges have completed their placings in the Brown Swiss Spring Calf class. Congratulations to our second place junior. Please take a step forward. Entry 649, Dublin Hill Sassy ET, exhibited by Nichelle Upton of Thurmont, Maryland. The bred and owned winner in the class is entry 659, Cavell's Wonder Tia Encore, exhibited by Emmy Cavell and Dave Lebowitz of Knoxville, Maryland. In third place in the class is Dublin Hill Sassy ET, exhibited by Nichelle Upton of Thurmont, Maryland. Second place goes to entry 659, Cavell's Wonder Tia Encore, exhibited by Emmy Cavell and Dave Lebowitz of Knoxville, Maryland. And your winning entry and first place junior entry is entry 651, Fairdale Elite Deborah, exhibited by Michael Barton of Copiague, New York. Congratulations. And for his reasons on this class, Judge Lammers.
Well, really a nice class to start our heifer show off with, and I think really a balanced heifer to start the class off. A heifer, you love the straightness of the top line, the openness of rib, that dairy quality that she has. I'm giving her a big advantage out through that rump structure today over our second heifer. She's wider from hooks to pins. She's especially neater in that tail setting. I prefer the way that tail head sits more correctly between the pin bones than the real long, straight-lined heifer coming out here in second. Second heifer, you love the size at the front end, the length from nose to tail, and that's what gets her over a heifer in third. When you get them in line, the third heifer just much taller at the point of withers. She's a much longer-bodied individual than another well-balanced heifer coming out here in third. Third place heifer, another beautiful ribbed heifer. You love the silkiness of hide that she has, giving her the advantage over our young heifer in fourth. Just a little more width, a little more substance all the way through. She's wider through that chest floor. She shows me more depth of heart than the young late March heifer coming out here in fourth. But I do love the cut, the dairy quality, the style and balance on this heifer in fourth, giving her that advantage in clean cutness and angularity over her heifer in fifth. The fourth heifer, much longer from her nose to her withers. She's much cleaner out through that thigh today than another straight-lined heifer coming out in fifth. Fifth over sixth, a heifer that just holds herself together a little more correctly up through that shoulder. She's a little neater in that shoulder, fuller in the crops than the big, strong, powerful heifer coming out in sixth. Sixth over seven, she just uses that advantage in size and scale and overall frame to outpower the heifer here in seventh.